in good times as in bad times, your top talent has options. We're living in maybe a bad time for some of us, and depends on what kind of business you are. This might be a good time or a bad time for you. But remember that in good times as in bad times, your top talent has options. So if you think about, this idea of employees being your greatest asset and investing in them, being an investment and having the greatest return on your investment, think about it's very easy for us to make mistakes, and I've done it myself when I was, a team leader, where, there was this, segment of my team that they were the top performers. Because they were the top performers, we could actually assume that they are self-reliant, and we don't spend time with them, and we don't invest time in them, and I've done it myself. And we have then this segment, which is, the part of our team which needs more of our attention. And it's very easy to, get drawn into this, idea of helping those that need more, right? And usually you know about this, at least I learned it in this way when I was, a young boy, that, the bird that doesn't actually, make noise doesn't get any food, right? That was kind of, the child that doesn't make noise doesn't get any food. So I grew up in a family of 2, but my wife grew up in a family of 5. So the one that actually, made more noise and cried more got more food. So this applies also in the team dynamic. So if you have an employee which is more demanding, which is more, maybe a little bit slower, they need a little bit more help, and they usually ask for help, more often, it's very easy for us to get, drawn into that direction and help them more. Instead of what we should do is actually we would spend more time with our top employees, right? If you think about the 80-20 principle, you should spend more time, 80% of your time with your top talents and 20% of your time with those, that need more help, that might require more help, but they are not the most productive. And so if you spend 20% of your time with them, then you have 80% of your time to spend with your top talent. And spending time with your top talent helps you actually to develop them and keep them engaged, and give them an opportunity to actually then at their turn to spend some time with the other part of your team that needs help as well. So what I'm saying here, you have to remember this. When you spend your time and money investing in your team, spend it wisely. So spend 80% of your time with your top talents and 20% of your time with the rest of the team. And remember, in tough times as in good times, your top talents always have options. Think about that and have that in mind. Do not rely on the fact that, it's tough times and they don't have options. This is an idea that I learned from one of my mentors in early high school. One of the teachers, he told me that, Florian, do not worry what kind of career you choose, because there will always be a need for a handful of really great, greatly qualified, excellent people. So if you think about any industry in the world, there will always be a need of at least a handful of really, really good people. So if you are among those, it doesn't matter if it's good times, bad times, crisis, no crisis, growth, whatever. It doesn't matter. Be among those. And also think, if you are now an employer, if you own a business, you have people, think about your top talents. They always have options. So if you are a talent, become one of the top talents, so you always have options. But if you are an employer and you employ right now, think about your top talents always have options. I hope this helped, and I'm sure if you spend some time into thinking about that and how can you apply this 80-20 principle in spending time with your team, you will be very well served.